beneficiary of voucher system dito sa senior high school. Ilan ba yung estudyante dyan? 1.2 million yung covered noong voucher system.
Correct.
And you said a while ago, Mr. Chair, sabi ng ating attorney Tara, 200 million yung
So
involved.
far.
So 22K yung involved na ghost students dito.
So
So
far.
yun.
Pero pwedeng lumaki. Kasi yan lang ang na-check pa based on the LIS.
So, ilan po yung checkin pa natin? How many percent? Sabi natin 10% pa lang.
Yun yung
Tama.
payak pa lang. Iba na yung system na ginawa ng DepEd. Payak yung 10% at that
Okay.
point in time.
Sino po ba yung anong bureau yung in charge po doon sa payment ng mga voucher na to? Kasi ang alam ko, Mr. Chair, yung payak kasi hindi lang yung payak yan eh. Kasi yung chair niyan ay yung department secretary. 'Di ba? Na nag-aalam talaga kung ano yung mga nangyayari dito sa program natin, even the GASPE and yung voucher. So, gusto ko malaman anong bureau talaga yung in charge dito. Kasi hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na the whole DepEd na ito, di ba? So, we have to point out talaga anong bureau, Mr. Chair, yung in charge dito. Payak dati, sinasabi nila, they are closely monitoring. So, alam ko yung curriculum, yung standard, etc. Pati itong finance. So, kung ganun kahigpit ang payak, hindi lalabas ito doon sa pinag-aaralan ng DepEd. Kaya gusto nating malaman what particular bureau ang in charge dito.
Yes, Mr. Chair. To answer that po, the office or the service that is in charge of the government assistance and subsidies ngayon is our office po, yung GAS, Government Assistance and Subsidies Service. It was only created actually, Mr. Chair, before 2023, January 2023, it was GASO ang tawag po kasi Government Assistance and Subsidies Office pa po siya. It was created in January 2023. Ngayon, Mr. Chair, and I want to take this opportunity also to thank this committee because it was in this committee na na-push po natin yung DBM to provide us with a permanent na mga positions because GASO at that time we were only mga contract of service lang po ang nandoon. So this year's last year 2024 ginawa po siyang service at meron na po siyang plantilla positions po. So it's already called GAS. So as we see, Mr. Chair, no, ang nakita nating of course, mga challenges before, hindi po talaga to natutukan because there was no dedicated office at that time. And it was only in 2023 and 2024 na meron pong dedicated office na tututok po talaga sa implementation sa GASPE na program in partnership with PAYAC po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, itong GASO po yung in charge. So, paano nag-e-effect yung payment? No, sabi nyo kasi yung mga LIS, so yun yung pinagbabatayan. Do you conduct regular monitoring nung mga schools involved? Kasi Mr. Chair, alam ko meron sa bawat region, merong in charge din na bureau, na department sa bawat regional, no, na in charge sa private school. Kung namomonitor yan, nakikita physically, na-check physically yung mga bata na nandiyan, na-check, baka hindi dapat nangyari ito. So, paano nangyayari yung nakakabayad tayo, and then madidiscover natin may ghost pala? Yun ang gusto ko malaman. So, asan doon yung lapse?
Okay.
Dahil ba sa mga sinasabi ninyong hindi natututukan yan, contract of service lang? So, yun talaga problema natin. Bakit na tinututulan natin yung mga contract of service dito sa mga masiselan na trabaho talaga ng mga ahensya?
Okay. To answer that, Mr. Chair, siguro we can go back to yung natin, no, of a dedicated office, no, to implement the GASPE program in DepEd. It was only PAC, PAYAC po talaga ang nagko-conduct ng physical monitoring, which is yung sinabi po nating 10%, Mr. Chair. And in 2023, I think yun po, wala po tayong counter-checking it's a challenge po talaga because we also don't have enough manpower din po sa baba to check. And wala din pong siguro partner lang po natin doon is ang PEAC. Kaya po hindi po talaga siya na lahat po ng schools ng participating ay hindi napupuntahan. So when GAS was instituted already, Mr. Chair, we opted to do a system-to-system lang po na checking. So through the LIS, which is 100% naman po. 100% yung checking natin doon sa school year 2023-2024. Again, there was a challenge still because physically, 10% lang din po ang napupuntahan ng PAC. Ngayon, for school year 2024-2025, yun po yung dinagdagan pa po natin yung layer natin. Aside from PAC conducting the physical monitoring, we also engaged na ngayon po yung ating mga schools division offices to conduct also a physical monitoring of the private schools. So, aminado po tayo sa Department of Education na, of course, no, before earlier years po talaga meron tayong lapses, but as you can see po starting 2023 we have managed naman po to rev up po yung ating mga validation and evaluation ng ating mga schools na participating, Mr. Chair.
Well, ang tinitignan kasi natin dito, Mr. Chair, no, paano yung nangyari. So, moving forward, yung sinasabi natin na monitor na ngayon, meron na kayong API, 'di ba? Kasi alam niyo naman, Mr. Chair, sensitive tayo pagdating sa pondo ng ating bayan o pondo ng mamamayan. Kaya kailangan talaga nating magamit ito sa talagang paggagamitan. So ayaw natin yung mga ganitong nagkakaroon ng problema at anomalya. Kaya Mr. Chair, yung sinasabi natin na nagtataka lang po ako kung sino ang in charge doon sa pagbabayad nitong mga scrupulous na, kasi paano nagkaroon ng 200 million na na nabayaran natin na hindi natin
po yun
na-check, tama
nabayaran.
ba yun?
Hindi po natin nabayaran, Mr. Chair.
Yung mga ghost na mga students, di nahuli noon, at paano natin ngayon nagagawin yung yung pag-check. So kasi hindi talaga kakayanin niya ng DepEd Central Office. Kaya nga sabi natin meron tayo sa mga regional na in charge talaga sa pagmo-monitor, hindi lang sa curriculum, pagmo-monitor din sa physical na presence ng mga bata, lalong-lalo na yung mga recipients nitong mga subsidy na ito. So paano yun pinagugulong ng DepEd sa baba?
Yung point is talaga yung yung sa babae, paano niya na-check Pwede ba? Hindi ba dapat SDO
Yes. So hindi kasi pwedeng sabihin na naamin na namin meron tayong lapses, meron tayo kasi kulang yung ating mga tao, yung ganito. Hindi pwedeng anuhin yun hindi pwedeng maging rason yun
Yes, Mr. Chair. Kaya po nung last hearing po natin, Mr. Chair, we already done yung sinasabi ko pong yung 5 layers of validation na po natin ngayon with the senior high school. And i-add ko pa po yung gagawin po ng private education office to recognize the senior high school na mga schools po. So we already have this 5-layer kasi wala po si Representative Castro, if I may share it again, no? So the 5 layers po po ng system na yan. And number 2, another layer po, Mr. Chair, would be once we receive the billing, ang office po namin, the GAS will conduct 100% again validation with the learner's information system. Upon receipt pa lang po, upon receipt. So that's around mga second semester or less than second semester po pala, Mr. Chair. The third validation would be another 100% validation, this time by the PAYAC, our co-manager. 100% validation if natapos po nila yung second sem. And because hindi po nila covered yung 100% doon, we also engaged our schools division offices to monitor mismo then physically the schools that are participating. And I would like to add another validation or another ano pa natin doon to strengthen yung ating pagtingin sa mga participating schools. We also have the recognition na po ng senior high school which Director Verns and the rest of the private education office is working on, kasi ito po talagang nakikita din natin na isa sa mga tutulong sa atin na magsala ng mga participating schools dito sa senior high school voucher program, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Yung 200 million na hindi natin naibayad dahil na-found out natin na physically wala doon yung estudyante. So, out of 52 schools, tama ba, Attorney Tara, Mr. Chair? 52 schools yung na-found out natin na nagbibiling na merong ghost